Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another edition of Quincy Beoulve's Pokemon Rambles. So, what do we need to do today? We need fighting Pokemon stuff to do. Yeah! So, let's get right to it. So, last time we were talking about my thesis and religious clothing and how they are significant to people. Because it separates them from society as saying, I believe in this and I have this position, etc. and so forth. And it doesn't have to be religious, but any institution that has a uniform or, like, the fun way to call it is funny clothes. I mean, not funny as in, like, demeaning, but funny as in separate from the rest of society. But, yeah. So, how that was related to my research project is that... Ooh. Okay. Oh. Huh. Is that... Huh. Huh. Wow. Well, is the that was a mistake of mine, so I'm not going to invest any more on that Pokemon. So, so how it's going to be implemented is that of the society kind of things is tension between society, the values and everything. The difference is going to be in the several categories. There's going to be whatchamacallit. I want there to be 3 categories. I'm not sure what the third one is yet. So the 2 categories that I have right now is modesty and violence. So let's talk about violence. So this is a tricky subject. Kavanaugh wrote in his book The Myth of Religious Violence, essentially debunked the dichotomy between secular violence and religious violence, as in saying, guys, they're just violence. I mean, because... okay, this is going to be a quick one too. Maybe that. Because as several other scholars, such as Reza Aslan has pointed out on his, when he went on CNN, religion's just religion. It can be violent, it can be peaceful, it's whatever you bring into it. But that can be confusing at times because a lot of what people that are against religions for their violence will point out is that, or specific religions, is that there is violent rhetoric in their text. So, what is important? I want to separate 2 terms. Well, they're kind of separate, but kind of married, as it would be. So, they're 2 different things, but they go hand in hand a lot of the time. The 2 things would be violent rhetoric and ideological militancy. So violent rhetoric is easy to find. It is open. It is it's just actively violent towards ideas or other people. And you can see that in a lot of things. But violent rhetoric is not necessarily militancy. It's not necessarily physical violence itself. It's just saying, hey, something happens, we should do this violent thing. And so that's subjective for you, or for whoever's reading it. And oh no. So, yeah. but it's not necessarily doing the act of violence. It's more of convincing other people that this act of violence is right, that it is just. Part of that is, part of the Kavanaugh's myth of violence is the fact that the anti-religious argument in the whole religion is violent kind of thing is violent rhetoric, because it's trying to convince other people that the other is so out of touch and so inhumane that they cannot be dealt with, and they shouldn't be dealt with peacefully. And so rhetoric is a way of persuasion and the like. So that is open. That is easy to find. So what is ideological militancy? Ideological militancy does not have to have violent rhetoric, because violent rhetoric is when someone is trying to convince you that violence is the right answer against this other. Ideological militancy is where, you kind of convince yourself that the other is so out of touch. Ideological militancy can come from violent rhetoric of other people, but it can also come from violent rhetoric of yourself or from yourself. Now that I'm saying out loud, what am I trying to get at? Anyways, so the point is that they go hand in hand, but they're two different things. Oh dear. Do I get any bonuses? No, I don't. It's just a straight 80 now. And I'll try putting this on here. So, 60? What? That is way overpowered. It only takes 3 to do that? I'm getting that deck now. Like, seriously, that is crazy overpowered. Anyways, so, ideological militancy and violent rhetoric don't have to be from the same... how do I want to put this? By the way, you're going to see me buying stuff because I'm getting that deck. Because that's a crazy overpowered code. Yeah, redeem. Confirm. Go to collection. So, and I've lost most of what I was thinking. And wait, what? Oh yeah, that's right. That's in here too. I haven't seen that in a long time. Anyways, so what was it? I was talking about, so you have ideological militancy. Oh yeah, so violent rhetoric is usually trying to convince that another person's personality or another religion or anything else that you're against, whether it be for political or economic reasons, that they are in the wrong. Well, ideological militancy can essentially be just like outlash to another person. For it could be any reason. I mean, you could get mad at someone for not having the separation in video and games, and just call them terrible things because you were so fervent in having a space between the words video and games to describe video games. Like, it could be anything. Like, that's where the joke, I'm going to go to war to you to show you how peaceful I am, comes from. It's from Ideological Militancy, where people are going crazy at each other. But yeah. Ooh, what is this? Switch your deck for, ooh, that could be useful. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Oh, it's a Pokemon that said. Ooh, okay. I can do just that. And let's see, you have an Evo Soda. Yay! So I'm gonna put this down, and I'm gonna do this. Alright. I forgot what the last bit. Attach a basic energy code from your disk. Okay. Well, that would be useful in the future, but, yeah. So, man, I don't remember if I said anything correctly. I mean, I'm trying to get across the point that I've said several times, that there were two different things, but they work hand in hand a lot of times. And, yeah. I mean, wow, I'm distracted today. But yeah, so, how that relates to my game, since this is the second Pokemon match, is, you have, wow, I can't even think about that. Okay, so you have, the ideas, like, of, practices, and then you'll have, events. So, events of this nature would be like rallying up your people against another player, and that would be I mean, that might give you bonuses. Events could be you do something negative towards yourself and other player, but it's negative towards yourself and the other player, but it's ultimately going to benefit you more than like, it's going to negative hurt them. It's going to hurt them more than it will hurt you. So like, something violent happens, or you could have a card that says play this from in front of another player, and that player has a rogue ideological militant that attacks the government that you are trying to kiss up to. So it's a topic that I'm going to have a lot of trouble trying to do correctly, and I'm kind of expecting that to be the case, because this is a tough topic. And yeah. Oh boy. Oh boy. So, yeah. I mean, this is tough to even think about and not get distracted by. I mean, I feel kind of terrible that I haven't been doing a good job of not being distracted by it. But that's how you do sometimes. That's just the situations. And so, yeah. Oh, okay. This game's going a lot better than my last several games. This one's giving me a lot nicer, cleaner kind of look at things. So, yeah. Yeah, so, news. I've been working closer with the Professionalists, and we'll be coming out with newer, cooler stuff for everybody. Also, I could get a mod champ, as you all saw me go like, hey, I want this card now. And now I got it, and now I can do this. And do this. But yeah. Oh. Well, that's a nice set of trainer cards that I got. So, yeah. Yeah. During this time, over on their channel, Tabletoppers, the show where we all try to play a tabletop game together but get completely distracted. That's going up. That should already be up by the time this goes out. Yes, it should. Like 3 episodes and a setup blooper reel thing, kind of a thing, should be up. But yeah, that's a fun project, and yeah, so we are going to win this game pretty easily. I'm kind of glad that this person didn't run away, but kind of sad because I know somewhat ran out of things to talk about. I don't. Maybe not. I don't know. I mean, who says that we don't know what to talk about? I don't say boom boom. Yes. Okay. Long battles. They are difficult to judge. Very difficult to judge. Because, yeah. Oh, I learned how to do thumb drives on more than one thingy. So now I don't have to constrict my things to 15-minute episodes. So I shouldn't be worrying about this. I should be perfectly fine. I mean, I'm usually worried because it's like, oh, it has to be 15 minutes or less. Otherwise, it's over 4 gigs. And the thumb drive will be like, no, I don't want to convert it onto here, even though it's like 35 to 64 gigs. And so, because I can't upload these videos from my home, I have to go to school and upload it there. Because school has like 40 meg per second upload. It's pretty nice. And I got this daily challenge completed. Yay! And yeah, so I'm gonna sign out right here. And okay, I'm gonna sign out right here, and I will talk to all of you next time. Oh yeah, so we will talk about my project, and then clothing, and then violence. And disclaimer on everything. I should really put disclaimers at the beginning of videos instead of the end of them. Disclaimer is that this is all controversial stuff to be talking about because it's religion. I mean, everyone has some form of ideology that they believe in. I mean, whether you call it religion or not, it's an ideology. I mean, your beliefs. You're a human being with free will. I mean, even if your beliefs is purely secular, then yeah, you have beliefs. But I mean, if you're against religion, you have that belief. But so everything that I've been using have been from academic sources that I could put up, but I'm not going to because it's just rambling and me not using an actual paper or script or anything. So yeah, I will see all of you next time. Fly high and dream big. Hey everybody! If you liked that video, then I highly recommend you give it a like and comment. It really helps the new channel grow. If you want to see more of my stuff, as well as some fun stuff my friends make, then you should click on the link to the Professionalists channel. They also have a Facebook and Twitter you should like and follow. If you want to see my stuff coming out on an earlier date than on their channel, which includes all the polls, then hop on over to my channel or follow my Twitter. Fly high and dream big.